Hi, it's Maureen. Welcome back to my channel for another Plan With Me video. Let's get started with a flip through of my September setup. I've tried really hard to get this video out to you before October started, but as usual, life got in the way. All good stuff, nothing bad happened. I was just really busy, so I didn't get to it. But we're going to move right on into this plan. So for this month, I'm going to be using the More Than Autumn stamp set. It's a beautiful new stamp set with lots of images that I'm going to be using. I'll also use the Tuxedo Black ink. I'm not going to use these other inks that I'm showing you. I thought I was going to use them, but I didn't. I will be using some of the Stampin' Up markers along with those some zig pens, some Tombow pens, and some other pens and markers that you'll see, and I'm going to link them in the description. For my setup, I'm going to do some masking. So before filming, I did cut out some of the images. I stamped them and then cut them out so that I could do some masking for my page setup. So to get started, I am writing October on the cover page because it is the month of October. So I'm using my pumpkin pie Stampin' Up marker for writing October. I am stamping out Grateful, It's Finally, and then I'm going to use Real Red to stamp Autumn. So I'm using a lot of autumn colors, beautiful fall colors. I live in the northeast of the United States, and we get the 4 seasons. So we do have winter, spring, summer, and fall, and so we have the different colors with the foliage and everything. So I am very happy to share those beautiful colors with you in my setup. So I am focusing on just some nice winter or fall drinks and donuts. So my pages are mainly going to be about donuts and different kinds of coffees or lattes or pumpkin drinks and things, so things that are associated with fall. So here you can see I am coloring the inside of my donut and then the outside of the donut. So you can see the icing is the orange pumpkin pie color, and then I used I forget what marker that was that I used for the donut. I'm going to link it below. And then I'm coloring in my coffee as well here. And then with my label, I stamped a heart in the center. Just something to make it nice and cozy and fun for fall. Now I'm moving into my calendar page. My calendar page is my usual setup. It's the 5x5 dots. And as always, I do that so that I have space to write in each section the things that are happening for the month. On the left, I am going to stamp 3 calendars, and with those 3 calendars, I am going to track some habits. Same habits as before. I seem to be doing really well with them. I'm finding a way to walk during the workday. So during my lunchtime, a friend and I go for walks around the school. So I'm happy to get my walking in. I'm also trying to make sure I am stretching because that is so helpful for me to be flexible. And then also posting. I still need to work on my posting. I'm not doing that as much as I'd like. For October, I decided to use 3 different colors to write out the word October. So again, I'm using that pumpkin pie, Real Red, and then that I think it's pecan pie. Yep, I used pecan pie for the T and O, and I also used the pecan pie for the coffee on the previous page. So now I am going to stamp my donut, and then I want to show you how I'm doing the masking. So I just laid down the coffee so I could see where to put the whipped cream. So I'm stamping the whipped cream. And then I'm going to bring in the whipped cream that I die cut out, lay it on top. I'm going to lay the donut on top of the other donut. I had to find the right way. There we go. And now I'm going to stamp the coffee. And that way, once I am done, it will appear that the whipped cream is sitting on top of the coffee and the donut is in front. So that is why I cut those images out for the masking. It just makes it look more real. And then I'm coloring in this donut using Real Red, and I am going to make this a pumpkin drink, some kind of a pumpkin spice latte or something fun for fall. And I stamped a pumpkin there on the label for this one. So this stamp set has apples and pumpkins. It even has hearts. And then it could be pumpkin pie, or for me, I love sweet potato pie. But it has an image for that, and it also has a dollop, like a dollop of whipped cream. So you could use, you could stamp out the whipped cream that I used for the coffee, and then there are two different dies. So you would use the larger die to cut out the full whipped cream image. But if you just wanted a dollop of whipped cream, there's a smaller die that you would use to get that image. So I'm not going to show you with this setup, but hopefully I will show you. I might show you that in November. We shall see. But you can see I colored everything in. I also highlighted, what did I do? I stamped a straw. So you can see I stamped a straw sticking out of the top of my pumpkin latte. And I'm going to do that for the cover page as well, but I'm going to do that off camera. So when you see pictures of it, you will see that all of my coffee or lattes will have a straw. So I went back in and I made circles for all of the dates. I like to highlight them sometimes. It just adds more color to the page. I'm adding my drop shadow here just to give it a little bit of dimension. And I'm going to add numbers to this page. And I am almost finished with this one. But again, I will be adding more detail to this page off camera. And you will be able to see that if you check me out on Instagram. And I'll have the link for that below as well. But on Instagram, I will have pictures with all of the other details that I added in. When I'm stamping in the moment, I don't add everything in. I look back later and think, oh, I should fill in this space or I should fill in that space. And so those are the things that I add in and share with you through my pictures. So here I am setting up my tasks page, and for the tasks, and also my gratitude page. For the task, you can see I made two sections. On the left side, I'm going to be writing home, and on the right side, I'll write work. On the left, let me see. Oops, that was a timer for something else. On the left, you can see that I have my gratitude page. I numbered this going down the side 31 lines. And I did that. What I did is I started at the bottom with 31 because I did not plan ahead in terms of writing everything out. I feel like sometimes that's double the work, so I don't always do it that way. But if I just start at the bottom with 31 and write my numbers going up, I'm sure to have enough space. So you can see that I have highlighted every other line on both of the pages, and that's another way to fill in the space so that you don't have just white spaces, but also it helps me to find the lines, to find the dots so that I am writing straight across. So it is very helpful. On the left at the bottom, you can see that I did stamp 3 apples. Like I told you, there are apples in this stamp set as well as the pumpkins. And I am coloring in my coffee over there, and I added some sprinkles to this donut, or to these 2 donuts, just to make it fun. And I think all of my donuts are going to be different on every page. I try to, well, almost every page. I try to just give some variety there. On the left side, I did write gratitude, again using 3 colors, and just stretched it out using the finer point of my marker. And I'm moving right on along. So now I am on my weekly page, and I decided to do a 2-page spread with 1 week. So it's not a 2-page 2-week spread, but it's a 2-page 1-week spread. So for October, I wrote it out in capital letters using pumpkin pie, and then I went back and wrote in cursive using my Fineliner marker and wrote October out. That's another way to write a fun heading. Just wanted to try something different. So I am now just going to create some boxes, and each of these boxes will be for a day of the week. So I am, you can see I'm making the boxes, and then I have a little section where I'm going to write the day there, where I made the long rectangle, sort of a heading, kind of. But I am just going to go on and I am creating 2 boxes. Actually, I'm going to create 3 boxes on each side of the page, and I'll just have one of the boxes for a weekend. So instead of having 7 boxes, I will have 6. And this is a very easy layout. I don't always use 2 pages. Sometimes I, like to condense the pages, but I thought I will go ahead and stretch it out for this month, or at least for this week. The rest of my weeks are going to be 2-page, 2-week weeklies, just because I want to make sure I have room in this book for one entire year. I know some people like to, they will use one book for 6 months and then a different one for 6 months. I like to have everything in one book for the whole year. So I am very cognizant of how many pages I'm using, how much space, because I want to make sure that I don't run out of room, because I need to have everything together, especially for my job. If I need to reflect back on something from the beginning of the school year, I need it all in one book, and this way I can look back and find everything. So you can see I highlighted the section where I am going to be writing the days of the week. I haven't done that yet. Now I'm stamping some donuts at the bottom, and you can see where the second stamp didn't go across so well. So I'm using a marker just to fill in the spaces, and it worked out fine. Again, I'm doing some masking here. You can see how I covered things up. I added my straw, and I'm stamping the label. I have more sprinkles here. But for this one, oh no, I didn't do it for this one. So the 2 of my donuts, 2 pages have the exact same donuts, but you'll see if you check me out on Instagram for the rest of my pages, I will have some different flavors of donuts. I decided to use a Tombow marker and color in the label there, and I did that for a couple of them, but I may have done that off camera as well. So remember to check out the pictures so that you can see everything in its final, or final as of this moment, the final look. I may add things on as the month goes on. I always do that because I love writing in my journal and I love adding more things to my pages. But I'm coming to the end of this setup. You can see I added in the days, added in the dates. I'm doing some drop shadows. It looks like I am coming to the end. I don't have a lot that I'm going to be adding now. You can see I do have space there in the middle. I'm going to add some lines later. I'll do that off camera. But right now I am just going to add some pumpkins at the top just to add a little bit more interest to the page. But again, check me out on Instagram and you'll see what else I decided to add later after filming. But for now, I think that is it. We're going to get ready for the final flip through. As always, thanks for tuning in. Please share this video with a friend. Remember to give me a thumbs up. Let me know you like the video and click the bell icon to get notified when I post a new video. Again, all items will be linked below in the description. So I'll see you next time. And until then, organize your life, be happy, be well, stay safe. Bye-bye.